Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best place in the Formula 1 world, the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying, the most hyped day of the season according to many. We are about to start the most coveted qualification, the most prestigious pole position to get. We are in Monaco on the classic street circuit, and as we know, it's so difficult to overtake here that the qualification is paramount to get the best chances for Sunday, even if, as we already know by now, the forecasts, the weather forecasts for tomorrow are horrible. Today for the broadcast I'm accompanied, as usual, by Kevin Korstein. Hello.
Hello, indeed.
So, as we are now starting the Q1 session, it's the perfect time to do a quick recap of the last weekend in Imola. With the third Ferrari win of the season at home in Imola. Eetu Väisänen went capturing his first win of the season ahead of both Mercedes. Ignacio Ureta second, Michael Swart third for his third podium of the season. As far as the championship standings go, the team's championship really got packed again a little bit because Ferrari caught 15 points back on Williams. They are now 23 behind. McLaren in third did not score points. However, Mercedes scored 33 points last week, which means they're back within less than 60 points of the championship lead. And on the drivers' standings, Jack Teff still comfortably leads the championship with 109 points, 37 ahead of the Finn driver from Ferrari, Väisänen. Michael Swart right behind him, and it's very, very tight between third and the rest of the rankings, actually. As far as performance goes, and the car updates for this weekend, there is little we know about the package upgrades for this weekend. It might actually be, for most teams, implementations of parts that were designed earlier this season, so ahead of Imola even. First flying lap for the first drivers that came out of the pit lane some 2 minutes ago. Robin Keisner with a 1:11.2. I'm expecting the pole time to be somewhere in the low 110s. And potentially 1:09 because the conditions today are fantastic. I believe we're gonna use this camera a lot today. The onboards are so wonderful around this track. So impressive. The feeling of speed is, even though it's the slowest track of the calendar, it's unlike any other track because you're so close to all the walls. There's literally no runoff area on this track. Well, actually there is one. That is at the end of the tunnel straight before the chicane. Well, past the chicane, actually. That's the only runoff of the whole track. For the rest, if you make one single mistake, if you miss your line by a few centimeters, if you miss your braking point by a few meters, you only have concrete and deck pro barriers to escape away. So the slightest mistake can do damage to the car and end your session in a heartbeat. Eetu Väisänen seems to be surfing on the Imola weekend confidence. A 109.6. Very good time. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the 109 for the pole, as track conditions are wonderful. Temperature is optimal. 22-degree air, about 40 on the track. Michael Zwart again on the first row in Imola and finished on the podium. He likes Saturdays like nobody else does.
As we see here, Mercedes is running a special livery this weekend. So is McLaren.
Yeah, I was
and
wondering,
Williams.
some yellow. And for what honor do they run this livery? I was actually not aware.
McLaren is running the Senna livery. Like they said, they're doing this because of Senna. Ayrton Senna.
It's not quite an anniversary of anything for him, but we don't need an anniversary to celebrate the Brazilian magician. And Zhao Lei, who was disappointing in qualifying in Imola, is looking to rebound this weekend. Definitely.
Slisnik starting his lap now.
Simonsnicek
And
on board.
They are very spaced out this time around. It's not like the basic quali where they are out on the first laps, everyone is out. No, this time they are out on spacious. They are so spacious and they are so careful. Because this qualifying is everything.
The helicopter views are just so beautiful around this place. Not only the scenery, but also the view on the trajectories seen from above. There's also some kind of impression of speed as drivers navigate around these walls at such a pace. And we can even relate to them in some ways, because most of their roads are public roads, and we normally drive on that kind of roads at around 50 or 70 at best. So seeing them doing 4 times the speeds is incredible.
And we have a first yellow flag of the session.
Yellow flag, we have an Aston Martin with a camera. It looks like it's Springfield. And
yeah.
the classic lockup at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, a little bit of a spin at the end.
I hope he escaped.
Looks like
she escaped without any damage to the car.
that's the main thing.
Because you don't want any
These
damage.
turns are so impressive.
Yeah, the drivers know.
Ignacio Reta with a pretty disappointing first lap. Alfonso Casino on the screen had a tough weekend in Imola. Qualified 19th, failing to make it into Q2 for the first time this season. 4 times in Q3, twice on the first row. He's had 4 top 8s this season. And so far his lap's looking good. Josh Nathaniel's lap's looking even better so far.
Let's see.
Casino on the finish line, and that's a 109.9.
Nathaniel and Pelasic coming over the line both at the same time now. Nathaniel to the top.
109.6601. 1 millisecond ahead of Väisänen. It might be super tight today. We're seeing already 4 drivers separated by 1 millisecond. Well, 2 pairs of drivers. Aaron Eigen with a fairly slow sector 2. It will be in the danger zone with Belichick with Sardinia. De la Cruz losing some time in sector 1. Watch out for traffic around this place. It's of course, with 20 cars, it's so difficult. The traffic can be a literal nightmare to deal with. Because in some places, even when the drivers want to make some room and let drivers pass, it is very possible that in some places they simply can't. So it's really tricky.
Liam de la Grasse in the danger zone. Can Bayer now out-qualify everyone and be safe into Q2? That's
Decent lap
not
from Bayer.
safe yet because the track is improving.
Not only the track is improving, but the drivers are improving. Because there's a real learning curve around this place. You just cannot send it and assume that if you go out, well, okay, you're gonna catch some grass, come back to the pit lane, try again. It's not the case here. You need to have some safety margins around this place.
Springfield crossed the line in P17 and Jason Roy into P4 with P3. Jack Def is on outlap. Sardinha. Sardinha didn't improve.
It's looking troublesome for the Saubers in quali again. They had some great qualies. They had some great qualies, including a pole position from Sardinia in Bahrain. But it looks like Kick Sauber's shape has all reverted somehow. Of course, a track like Monaco really suits Ferrari's strong points, Ferrari's strengths very much. You don't need top speed around here. You don't need to overtake even around here. It's worth noting that most of the time the winner of this race starts from pole position, and most of the time the winner of this race does not have to perform any overtake the whole race. So Ferrari here find normally the track that suits their strength the best. So Eetu Väisänen is in, of course, the list of favorites for tomorrow's race. But tomorrow's race is not going to be a classic Monaco race in the beautiful Mediterranean setting, the sunny weather we have today with some of the marine layer over the harbor. We're going to have a more Silverstone-ish weather tomorrow for the race. It is not going to be particularly cold, but we're expecting already some rainfall in the morning. Then it's going to improve, and then it's going to rain again right around the time the race takes place. So it is not looking great, and I hope it is not too wet tomorrow so that we can race and
Pelacic.
well, I hope we just don't get too many red flags.
Yeah, Pelacic on a good lap. Quarter-Kevu now on a good lap. They are the only two to improve right now on the lap time. Is it
Randy
enough?
Pelacic is on a pretty good sector 1. Sector 2 though is just as disappointing as his first attempt.
Is it enough?
Red Bull,
Yes, but will it be?
it is barely enough. Red Bull struggling on slow sectors. Actually the opposites. To make it simple, they have the opposite strengths and weaknesses Ferrari does. They're excellent on fast tracks, on straight lines, and top speed and acceleration in general. However, Sector 2, Monaco Sector 2 is a nightmare kind of sector for the Red Bull.
Robin Geisner is improving in Sector 1. Let's see.
Yeah, but Robin Keisner is on an 18.8 Sector 1. It is not good enough. Robin Keisner, I can already tell you, is not gonna make it to Q2. And so is Liam De La Cruz, stuck behind Keisner. He won't improve because he won't be able to overtake him. So De La Cruz chose the wrong car to follow in late in this Q1 session. And one of the Ferraris is going to miss the cut line.
And Michael Swartz both improving. Both Mercedes.
Ignacio Reta looking to secure a spot in Q2. Robin Keisner is not gonna make it, so is also not gonna make. Says Liam also not gonna make it, and Aaron Egan might actually be the one to benefit from those unfortunate endings. Ignacio Reta with a great Sector 2. Sub 32 Sector 2 is fast here. It's gonna be even faster as the session progresses. We're down the home straight. It's gonna be a good time, I think. 109.830.
Everyone is improving now. Was it too early for Pelacic? Was it too early for Red Bull?
Aaron Egan is gonna be sending Belichick back to the hotel, unfortunately. One of the Red Bulls not gonna make it to Q2, so is one of the Ferraris. Similar scenario to quite a few races this season, and both Saubers failing to make it. Wait, Duarte Sardinia actually is on a good lap. He might actually make it. Yes, second best time. Michael Zwart has the best time.
Can Sam Pack now knock out Simon Afonso Cashinho? Can he do it? It doesn't
Sam
look
Pack's
like
on a very good lap, I think.
Quarter-Kevu is in danger. And Quarter-Kevu is knocked out. Sam Fact is through into Q2.
For 5 milliseconds, Sam Fact makes it to Q2. And look at the gaps. There is a 3/10 difference between the second best time of Sardinia and the first knocked out driver, Quarter-Kevu. The performances are so close between all the cars here. It's crazy. Look at how close the bunch is. It's wonderful. It really comes down to the drivers to perform at 100% on the D-Day. And as we have a final look at the Q1 leaderboards, Kevu, Casino, Belacic, De La Cruz, and Kaisner are the drivers who failed to make it into Q2. From the top constructors at the championship, Williams, McLaren, and Mercedes, they all made both cars made through for those teams. We're ready to get into Q2.
And we are back for qualifying 2 as we start this session.
15 minutes to set a lap time in the top 9. Top 9 of 15 cars advanced to Q3. The track conditions are superb. The track is pretty clean. There's just a bit of rubber around the trajectories. Everything's wonderful for the drivers to trust the car and push. There's plenty of grip. We've heard it from even yesterday's FP3. Drivers are enjoying this track like rarely they have. The conditions are wonderful. It is gonna be the complete opposite tomorrow. They're gonna race in conditions they absolutely don't know for most of them, because it's so rare to have so much rain forecast in Monaco. It's gonna be a complete discovery. It's gonna be also a test of engineering, because car setups will have to be fairly improvised. So it's important to get track position with a good qualification today, but tomorrow things can shake up more than they normally do in Monaco.
As I said at the start of qualifying 1, Williams was running a special livery. As we see here, they right now have the normal livery, so we don't know actually, but we were told that they are gonna use a special livery. Maybe it's a race day special. We don't know that.
Maybe it's a race day special. Maybe it is an exposition model and not on their race cars. I don't really know, but I heard it was gonna be for the race day. But usually teams bring liveries for the entire weekend, so it's pretty weird. They maybe have a proper reason to do that. Anyhow, Jack Teff, championship leader, is in Q2, is looking to secure a spot in Q3 and get into position to score points. Fantastic lighting in the tunnel. It's not common that at daytime the tunnel is actually that much lighted. Usually it's a little bit more dim lighting. They changed it, they modernized it this year. So it's maybe a little bit easier for the drivers to have the quick transition from sunlight to tunnel light to sunlight again. It is also probably done for safety purposes, even if it isn't said explicitly. Aaron Eigen with a 19.7, Jack Teff 110.3. That is not going to be enough for Q3. He will need to improve on his next attempt. Duarte Sardinha, the Portuguese driver from Sauber, he managed to make it through. He's the best qualifier of the two Saubers statistically this season. Managed a pole position in Bahrain, but also made Q3 in two other locations. Only once he failed to make it into into Q2, sorry, and that was in Imola last weekend. As I said, Saubers are in a pretty tough spot at the moment. So we're looking to see what Sardinia is able to do with his car. Sector 2 didn't look awesome. That's going to be a lap in the 110, and that's a 110.5. It's not fast enough. Most definitely.
Bayer now.
Big Bayer also suffering in this first lap. It is a tiny bit faster. It is still a 110 lap. A2 Weisselen is looking good here.
Mason and now coming
Going-
over the line.
Going to set a fast reference, and it is a fast reference to 109.473. A2 Weisselen is in Q3, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Zwart with a very good Sector 1. The McLarens and the Mercedes are probably a little bit less at their ease in those slow sectors. They are usually better in faster sectors than the Ferraris, but they have drivers who are very good at the one lap exercise, and so is Michael Zwart. Oh, this was a little bit rough, but it looks like this sector's time is fast. A good exit here, and the not so long straight.
And it's third.
He's third
So
at the moment. He's not
109.8.
yet safe in Q3,
Yes,
but
we don't know the lap time yet.
let's say he's good enough.
Yeah. Now the bottom half of the grid who haven't done a lap is now coming out of the pit lane. We have 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the session. Jason Roy on board as we see how we attack these corners. Jason Roy 18.5, Simon Strisnek 18.6 and Sam Fact 18.5 per sector. Sam Fact into sector
Those are
2
not
now.
great Sector 1 times, to be honest.
32.2 for Sam Fact in sector 2. Sam Fact is gonna be the first one to cross the line.
Sam Fact looking for a 110.2, 110.3 lap. This is not good enough to advance to Q3. Likewise for Jason Roy, this is not going to be enough. It's a 110.4 for Sam Fact. Simon Snicek also struggling. What is going on? No drivers getting in the sub 110 area at the moment. Simon Snicek maybe with a great sector 3. No, not at all. He's gonna be dead last, or actually in the dead last
Urreta now crossing the
Q3
line.
position.
90.6
Urreta, that's much more promising. Still
Springfield,
not under a 110.
Springfield now. Over the line and into second place. Shaolei now, our final Q2 lap before the first
Sector
round
2 also difficult for him.
Yeah, maybe
Jack
traffic.
Teff with a great time. He's gonna be in
Yeah,
Q3.
only
Lucas
P11.
Wright. And
Nathaniel
Jaleh, that's
haven't done-
insufficient.
And now Nathaniel is attacking. He haven't done a lap yet.
And Nathaniel has a clear track ahead of him. Well, not so sure. He might actually be
He might,
in trouble with his own
teammates.
teammate.
yeah. Maybe that can be a plan for him to catch him at the tunnel. We don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna be an advantage whatsoever.
No, he's not gonna catch him. .4 for the first sector for Nathaniel. Now into the final corners before the straight. Not a long straight, just a short straight before turn 1.
Nathaniel's lap pretty good at the
DRS
moment.
open.
Is he able to make a good sector 3? The answer is not quite, and he's just a couple spots ahead.
He might be in danger now. Can he reach the pit lane? Egan is improving. Sardinha is improving. Egan now through the final corners. Second sector not too good, but he might be safe even if he improves this lap. Sardinha up to B7 now.
So as it stands, we have out in Q2 both Alpines, Ignacio Ureta on an outlap for his second attempt, Zhao Lei and Sam Fact. We are expecting those drivers to send it in the next attempt. Especially Zhao Lei, we expect nothing less of him. Simon Snitschek in the last corner. He's gonna be the first one to attack his second attempt. Sector 1 looking promising for Snitschek. The one who led the championship after 4 legs. After 3 legs, actually. No traffic issues in the tunnel. It can happen. It can be sometimes scary.
Ureta is out of qualifying. Riley Swanson might be in danger. Nathaniel is out on an outlap. Simmersneck. Let's see, can he improve enough on the third sector now?
Sector 2 sub 32 seconds is good. I'll tell you what. And sector 3 time very decent, makes a total of 109.7, and Simon Snitschek currently is through and in the safe zone. Riley Swanson, the first driver in danger at the moment. Sam Fact is improving quite a lot now. 18.3 sector 1, that's very good. Is he gonna have traffic issues ahead of him? I'm not quite sure. Jason Roy with a fantastic sector 1, sorry. Some fact with a good sector 2 on his side is looking to improve and to break the 110 mark. In the last corner, good exit. I believe he's gonna have a pretty decent time there.
Some fact
And he
now
does.
up to P7 only. Lucas Wright didn't improve his lap time. Is he gonna be out of qualifying now? Michael Swart in danger. If
Michael
Jason
Swart
Roy
in
now
danger, but that's his natural habitat. He likes
He's out
it and
already.
he likes to deliver on D-Day.
If Jason Roy now brings Michael Swart will be out of qualifying. This is it. And Michael Swart is out. Jason Roy up
Michael
to the top.
Swart is out? Did he lack of time? I believe he lacked of time to run his second run. That's a strategic mistake from Mercedes.
Now Nathaniel.
And Michael Swart is out, but his team is certainly to blame there. Josh Nathaniel on a pretty decent lap, he's trying to send Sardinia out, but Sardinia himself is improving. Oh, there's traffic ahead of Nathaniel. It's over for Nathaniel.
It's over for him.
It's totally over.
Nobody's improving.
And Eren Eigen actually is improving a little bit. Sardinia, I don't believe he can do better, but does he need to do better? I don't even think so. He's gonna be through anyway. And Eren Eigen will soon cross the line, and he does. He improves his time, but that's just for fun as he's already through. A rare event, very rare event this season. It took 8 qualifying sessions to have Michael Swart missing Q3 for the first time. Let me just summarize how good he's been this season in qualifying. He's done pole, P7, P2, P3, P2 in quali. The quali king has fallen from his throne today in literally the place where qualifying is the most important of the season.
Michael Swart being the first knocked out, then Riley Swanson, Joshua Nathaniel who didn't improve his lap after being blocked by Lucas Wright, Ignacio Ureta, Nick Bayer and Lei Zhao ending qualifying 2.
And Zhao Lei, who we can say is the other quali king, he missed Q2 once and was 15th on the grid in Imola. But he has 2 poles and 2 other top 3s. So seeing him out in Q2 is also a pretty shocking news. Someone who's been pretty consistent in qualifying is Simon Snicek. This is the 6th time he advances to Q3 this season. Also worth mentioning, E2 Väisänen, who advances to Q3 as well, has only missed 1 single Q3 this season, and actually it was the Japan incident with both Ferraris interfering with each other's lap. So the Ferrari drama in Suzuka. Other than that, Väisänen has been in Q3 at every single occasion this season. Jack Teff, the championship leader, keeps collecting the little points left and right, and a good way to start looking at points in Monaco is to qualify well. He does. He's in Q3. We're now gonna have a very short break, and away will be for Q3.
And we are back into qualifying 3 this time, so only the top 9 is through, and we are now gonna see the most anticipated lap times of this session.
Q3 in the Monaco Principality. This is the single yearly event that is the most fascinating in the Formula 1 or in actually the Formula Racing world, it's not only just about F1. It's about any racing series that travels here. Uh, this is the single qualifying that um, generates the biggest audience every year, and one of the races that do as well. Even if the race itself is more boring due to the nature of the circuit than others, other tracks like Spa, and of course the final legs of the season collect a lot of audience. Yet people watch Monaco even if they deem it boring. However, the Saturday is the supreme the supreme reward for a driver, a pole position here. And some fact has decided to attempt to seize the holy grail.
And now, guys,
The first.
people who are joining us just now is now seeing that Michael Schwartz is not in the qualifying 3. He was knocked out in quali 2.
Indeed. What a disappointment for the Dutch driver. We will maybe hear later from his team, but it's the strategic team. They sent him too late, he could not do a second attempt.
Now, as we see through the casino square, into the tunnel now. As we ride on
Sam
board.
Factor, a pretty clean lap.
Yeah, so far.
We can see also how a bit bumpy the track can be. They resurfaced the whole tunnel part in the exit recently, but this track is not all even everywhere. It's
and Jack Def took over the purple sector 1.
purple for Jack Def, the championship leader, is looking to maybe seize another great result in qualifying this season. Jack Def has not had a pole yet.
With a 1:10.0, but that's not the pole time we are waiting. That's not the pole time.
That's not the pole time we're waiting for. It's going to be a second faster approximately. Jack Def sector 2, the Williams working wonderfully, and that's a 31.7 sector 2. The championship leader is flying at the moment. Can Jack Def make it into a pretty interesting time and set a nice reference for now? Sector 3 time is a 19.4, and that's a 1:09.394. Really fast time from Jack Def. Wonderful performance.
And that's a lap that we are waiting. Maybe we're waiting on 1:08 even. We don't know. But maybe late 1:08.
I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. Lucas right on his flying lap, but he has an Alpine on an outlap right in front of him. He's losing so much time. He's lost maybe around 2 seconds here.
No,
His attempt is dead. We should switch. We should switch to Simon Snisha camera, as Lucas Wright's attempt's been literally killed by Jason Roy outlap. Cannot really do anything about it. He's lost less time than I expected, but he's still lost over half a second. But Simon Snitschek is in a section where there is no traffic. He might actually be looking for a nice sector 2, and yes indeed, it's a nicer sector 2 for him.
Springfield over the line. She passed enough only for thirds.
Only 3 thousandths of a second behind Snitschek. The little milliseconds to... So much traffic. And Weisselen has a clear track in front of him. So he's gonna have a huge advantage.
But Jason Roy is right behind Egan, now coming through the... We can see his car now. He's right behind him, so they both have traffic on their lap. Sardinha is now clear of traffic.
Yes, indeed. Again, with a pretty decent time.
So far. Let's see the sector 3 now. Only P4.
19.4 sector 3, that's pretty nice. He's fourth currently.
On board with the Saubers of Sardinha.
Oh, he almost touched the wall there, but you can see drivers are pushing to the absolute limit. Almost touched the wall there as well. He's giving it all for Sauber. He's the only Sauber car in Q3, and he's showing why.
And Väisänen now with the 18.2. That Ferrari is on base again.
Slow technical tracksuit, Ferrari pretty well this season. And Väisänen is very confident in this exercise as well. He's flying.
We can see it again like last time in Imola. This car is working for Väisänen but not for Liam Delagras.
31.8 sector 2 is still pretty decent. Going into the final part, the Raskas. And the last turn. And crosses the line. Now it's a 109.5 second place at the moment.
And now as we wait drivers to reach the pit lane, the first one is out, it's Springfield. As we have now 4 minutes remaining, and now the final laps. The final and fastest laps that we have waited the entire session. Springfield now starting her lap. Can she improve now? Up the hill. .4, that's not improving.
It's a slower sector 1 that she's done before.
.9 for second sector. Now as we come to the final corners, can she improve?
I don't think she can. It's gonna take a wonderful sector 3 to hope to improve this.
And only
Oh, she did! She did improve by 6 milliseconds, but that's enough to steal a spot. She's currently third. What a sector 3 she's done.
And
Sarah
now
Springfield.
everyone is coming out. Springfield is done. Her lap is done, and now we wait. Now it's the most interesting part. Everyone is heading out of their garages.
140 before the checkered flag. They need to complete their outlap in time, and I don't know if all cars are able to. It's gonna be pretty tight on the timing.
Looks Pride will be the first one to attack this track for the final time. this qualifying session. Can he put it on pole? Can he do it? Does Racing Bulls have the pace? Let's see now as he starts his lap now. We have Jack Depp starting his lap.
Lucas Wright on board. Racing Bulls having a decent season, but there's always that taste of missed opportunities on their side. They have a decent package, one of the best cars. They manage the tires well, but they've struggled in race strategies this season. And also they've had a few unfortunate events as well.
Now, Lucas Wright is the only one to improve right now, but not the fastest Sector 1. Weisner still holds it.
Sector 2 also
The fastest one, Jack Depp
a bit
holds it.
behind.
Jack Depp has the fastest Sector 2. Can he improve enough? The conditions have
Jack
changed.
Depp's not improving.
The conditions have changed a little bit. It's getting colder. And
A bit more
into
cloud
P5.
cast.
Simmons
Lucas
Racing
Wright is not going to be better than 5th. Sardinia,
Jason
not
Roy.
good enough Sector 1. Jason Roy is looking for a promising Sector 1, promising Sector 2 as well. Jason Roy might actually steal one of the top spots in this session. Jack Teff is not improving further. Eetu Väisänen is not improving further either. This is looking very good for the championship leaders pole position in Monaco. Jason Roy with a fantastic Sector 2, good Sector 3, he's second on the grid for Alpine. This is a very good and important result from for Alpine. They are struggling this season in general.
He
They
didn't
need
improve.
some highlights.
Sardinia now into P6, and that's it. Because Simmons Racing is not improving.
Simon Snicek is not improving his time, and this ends
the
the qualifying
biggest
session
surprise,
with
Jason Roy starting on the front row with an Alpine. What the qualifying session.
fantastic quali lap from Jason Roy. The performance differences between the cars is small enough to where it's to the drivers to make the difference, and Jason Roy just sent it. And he's second on the grid, has an incredible chance to win a Monaco Grand Prix tomorrow, or to just secure some points. But starting from first row here, so comfortable. Eetu Väisänen keeps the consistency in qualifying, third on the grid, that's strong. And he really is the light in the shadow for Ferrari, who are going through a tough period. Sarah Springfield rebounds from a disappointing last couple qualifying sessions. Simon Snicek has been in Q3 quite a few times, as I mentioned earlier. This is his 6th in 8 events. Duarte Sardinia, the pole man from Bahrain, is 6th here on the grid, followed by Lucas Wright and Sam Fact on the 4th row. Sam Fact, who scored points in 4 races in a row early this season, then failed to do twice. Scored points again in Imola. Eren Eigen won a race in Japan, a dramatic Japanese Grand Prix. He struggled in qualifying this season. It's his only 3rd Q3. He'll be delighted with that. Further back on the grid, we have a few disappointments, of course. Zhao Lei and Josh Nathaniel being the 2 most notable ones. And, of course, the shock of the weekend, Michael Zwart misses his first Q3 of the season. Back to you.
And yeah, that's about it. But we will now let this live session go, and we will see you again tomorrow for the main race, which we hope is gonna be interesting than the regular ones because of the weather change. that is announced.
We're jumping. We're leaping into in a complete unknown tomorrow with the rain. It's gonna be a Monaco Grand Prix unlike any other, with the rain shaking up the conditions. It will be paramount for the drivers to remain careful and to keep it mistake free. Will there be overtaking opportunities? We don't quite know yet. It's already difficult on the dry. It could be a nightmare on the wet. So it's time now to end the quali broadcast, and we are singing. We're gonna be back tomorrow for the main event.
Bye for now.